So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another MotoGP 20 video, and this time we'll be taking a look at the online game mode. So the other night I went in and I did my first online races, so what I wanted to do was show you exactly what happened online. So I'm going to be doing these videos more often. I'll just go record some online races and then I'll come back, edit them, commentate over them, and hopefully you guys enjoy these videos. So the first race, this is my very first race on MotoGP 20 online, and we're starting at Jerez for a 3-lapper as Valentino Rossi. So starting P7 on the grid, we get a decent launch, but there's lots going on. The track's loading in still, but there's crashes everywhere at turn number 1, and we managed to come out in 5th place, gain a few positions and more crashes. One of the KTM riders went down and that guy riding as Marquez went deep, and he's coming back at us now. So the thing I've noticed, there's lots of crashes online, so you got to really be careful. But we managed to make our way up into P3 by not really doing much. Everyone just seemed to crash themselves out. So, and look at that, Marquez coming up our inside and running deep. So he's dive bombing us and not making any progress for himself. He's very quick in a straight line as well, and look, we're gaining on that Quartararo dude there, and up the inside comes that Marquez dude. Again, he runs deep, and we're going to get him back on exit, so that's good for us. So up into P2 now, through, like I say, not anything we've done really. We just gained positions by other people crashing, so 3 positions everywhere. But this guy, I'm worried about this guy behind. He's yeah, he's a bit feisty, and he's coming up the inside as if it's like normal and then running deep. So he's just dive bombing basically. So we're going to have to watch out for him. We're trying to hunt down this Vinales dude up the road. So he's doing pretty well as well. And look, here he comes, Marquez up the inside. Admittedly, that was a really good move from him. So he just came flying up the inside. Nice stuff from him. And we're going to try and go with him if we can. He runs wide on exit and we get him back. So I thought that was him going down that crash there. But yeah, P2 still. I'm worried about this inside corner here up the inside. Is he going to come flying up the inside? Yes, he does. That was very aggressive there. Stuff like that, I don't like riding like that. It's a bit aggressive, but it is what it is. So we drop to P3. But it gets a little bit wide there. We're going to get all over the back of him. I couldn't get the bike flicked over quick enough. And look at that. The leader's gone down into the kitty litter. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Under braking or just lost the rear. Something like that. He probably just high-sided and down he went. I missed the first part of it. And just saw him being dragged across the gravel trap there. So this guy up the road now, Marquez, is running away with it a little bit. He's pulling away. We need to try and close the gap. But there's a little bit of lag from him there, and the circuit's loading in a bit weird, but he's taking all sorts of different lines to us, so it's going to be interesting. I hope our lines don't cross and we collide and one of us comes off, because that would be unfortunate. Anyway, we're trying to hunt him down. We close in through turn 11 and down he goes. Oh, the front just folded on him, and we promoted to P1. Lots of people crashing just puts us in P1. I was a bit like, whoa, we're in the lead. And through turn 9 and 10, we were a little bit wide. But anyway, we're leading the Grand Prix. And end of lap number 2, starting the final lap. We set fastest lap of the race. And we're going to need to push on then into later on in the race, where hopefully we just have a clear lap or so just to bring the bike home. So come around the final sector and nicely into the final corner, Jorge Lorenzo corner, a very dangerous corner because you can really send it up the inside there if you want to. But we're going to come across the line anyway. We're going to win our very first race in MotoGP. A little bit lucky with everyone falling off and stuff like that, but in the end we managed to take P1. So I was really pleased and optimistic about the races that were going to come up in the rest of this video. But we'll see a few. I did 4 races, and I'm actually showing all 4 races in this video. So let's head down to the next race then, and it's at Assen again. Here we're going to be racing as Yamaha, but this time we're going to be racing as Quartararo. So hopefully we can get a decent start again like we did out at the last race. But we're starting from pole position, so as long as we can get a good launch, hopefully we can escape all the drama at turn 1. But look at this, Valentino Rossi there coming up the inside from the second row of the grid, launching himself up into first place. We're going to fight it out in turn 1. Chuck it into turn number 1 then. A decent launch there. And chuck it into turn 2. And that Valentino Rossi guy just closed in on us. And that was a bit unfortunate for us there. And yeah, we end up losing out. And we end up in stone dead last through. I mean, he should have been a bit more careful. But it's these 3-lap sprint races. What do you expect, I guess? So yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out for us in this race, but we're going to carry on and try and fight up the order as much as possible, and just looking forward to getting to the next race, really. So, ups and downs so far from MotoGP 20 online. The online seems pretty good, to be honest, so hopefully I can get into some longer races and see how those Grand Prix style races will go. Sort of like 75%, 50% at least race distance, and yeah, the guy coming back on the track, I was a bit fuming from being knocked off at the first corner, so I was just pushing it and just didn't see him till late. And yeah, you should be a bit more careful when coming back onto the track, but then arguably I should have watched out for him. And yeah, in the end I ended up just cutting the corner and just trying to bring the bike home. Couldn't be dealing with that race, so write that race off, and we'll get into race number 3 then, where hopefully we can have another good fun race. So this time we're going to be racing at Austria. Again, it's a 3-lap race. It seems to be the same sorts of people in these lobbies anyway, so we should see some familiar names. Anyway, Dovizioso we're going to be riding as this time for Ducati. The first Ducati video on the channel, actually, I think, for MotoGP 20. But anyway, a decent launch for the second row. Trying to come up into turn 1, and that KTM goes flying. We make contact with that Valentino Rossi dude there, but we're going to come out. This guy rejoins the track in first place, even though we ran a little bit wide, but I'll take that P2 out of the first corner, and now we're going to try chuck it up the inside. A little bit of lag from that guy. Up the inside we come, and he runs very deep. We run deep, and everybody runs deep there at the top of the hill, so that's unfortunate. So anyway, we come out on top, so I need to just push it as hard as I can to try and break away from this guy who's lagging. It's really putting me off how much he was lagging. Break as late as we can coming down the hill, and oh my god, we've overcooked it into the gravel trap, and down we go. A mistake completely caused by myself. What a fool. What a fool. Rammed it into the gravel trap. But anyway, P4 we rejoin, and we're trying to chase down this Crimson Idol dude. And the Tortilla guy in the chat isn't very happy about something. Don't know what he was saying. I think he was speaking Italian, something like that. But anyway, chasing down third place on the KTM. We're going to try getting back. I can't tell if it's just a lag or whether it's his lines he's taking. They're a bit wide, but you see what I mean. They're a bit all over the place. So let's see. I'm pretty confident we can try and get him around these next few corners. But look at that. Some dude's gone right down into the gravel trap down there, and we do a stoppie, and we're going to switch it back. Do the cut back at the final corner. Lovely stuff. Get a good exit, and on our way up into P2. So now we need to try and hunt down the leader if we can. He's 3.3 seconds up the road. So what can we do to close him down? We've only got this lap and the next lap, so we haven't really got a lot of time in this race to catch up. And as you see, coming to the end of the race, to end the final lap, we couldn't quite close the gap. Oh no, it's the final lap now, sorry. I don't know why it does that. It shows you're the final lap as if you're the leader. So when the leader crosses the line, it shows final lap. When really, it should show what you're lap on, so that's a bit annoying there. Anyway, we're trying to hunt him down, and he's still about, what, 3 seconds? 2.6 seconds up the road, so he's a bit far off, and, oh, wow. Just fold it at the top of the hill. I forgot that happened, actually. So, yeah, not a lot we could do about that. Just the front went on us as we started to turn in. So, it's just one of them. I haven't done much racing in the GP class. Obviously, we're doing a lot of Moto3 at the minute. So yeah, that might be partly down to it. So I'm looking forward to getting into the GP class in career mode, because then we can really practice on these bikes. But anyway, we're coming around the final 2 corners, and I want to get second place back of this guy. So let's see if we can get him, this Quartararo guy, into the final corner. It's all going to come down to the final corner. Can we shove it up the inside? We run very deep there, get a bit of a penalty, which costs us, and I feel bad for cutting the corner, so I'm going to let him back through. And there we go. We give him the position back, even though I got a penalty anyway, so I just thought, you know, let's give him the position. And in the end, P3 in our third race, so I'll take that. I'll take that, not bad. So, let's get into this final race, where I'm hoping we can get a clean race, 3 laps, just wheel to wheel with someone. So we're here at Mugello. We're going to be racing as Dovizioso again. I tried to change my rider, but I didn't do it in time. But Dovizioso again here at Mugello, his home Grand Prix, starting from the second row of the grid. what can we do? So we've got 2 Valentino Rossis ahead of us and a Tech 3 KTM. And we're going to try and find our way up to the front if we can. I feel like we can brake pretty late coming up the inside. Yes, we can. Slot into P2. Nope, get nerfed. Completely wipe out our plans. But we come out in P3. I don't know who this Quartararo dude is. Getting a really good run. But we hold it back side by side through turn 3. But we come out on top. So happy with that. And I've noticed that this guy at the road is the same guy that was Marquez in that first race. So I'm looking to take revenge and try and beat him here today, even though we did beat him anyway. But he was a bit aggressive, so I want to beat him. I was out for him. So coming around turn 6, good little run through them, really closing in on this first lap. So I want to try and get him. He's Valentino Rossi, so it's Dovi versus Rossi here today. Italians battling here at the Italian Grand Prix. And look, he's going wide. And we're picking up some time on him. Look at this, we're really closing him. I was cautious of the guy behind. Now I note him from, he beat us to second place at the last race. So let's see what we can do then. Starting lap number 2, closing on the brakes and getting alongside him. I was a bit cautious because he was lagging, so I wasn't too confident in his position. So I was just trying to sit behind him for now. I was just going to try and send one up the inside or something on the last lap or towards the end of this lap and try and bolt for the last lap. So I was just all over the back of him, a bit cautious on turning. As you can see, I turned in a bit too early. I'm not sure exactly where he is because it's a bit laggy. Coming around turn 6 then again down the hill, a little bit wide, but he runs very wide at turn 7 but gets a good exit. But we're going to try and follow him if we can. Took it into turn 8 and then up the hill over this long right-hander. Where can we get him? This next chicane coming up is an overtaking opportunity. He runs wide. Again, I take a very swerving line. I just sort of back out of it there. I don't want to get involved in any crashes. It will ruin our race. And here we go. Ooh, I thought about the inside, but I just couldn't get the power down again. He took that wider line and managed to put the power down early and defend. We go around the outside on the brakes, though, at turn 12. Lovely, lovely stuff. Can we hold it? Can we hold it? Again, we're just trying to give him as much space as possible. We're up the inside for the next chicane as well. And there we go. Job done. Up into P14. Nope. He cuts the corner. But we get him back. So we cut the corner and ew, that was pretty good around that final corner. I don't know how we carried so much speed around that final corner, but that was impressive. Anyway then, so we slot into P2 again around that final corner, and here we go, heading on to the final lap. I don't know what he's doing weaving on the straight as well. He's obviously trying to not give me slipstream, but he's got good top end speed. Fast up the race from us. If we can carry the speed on this next lap, we would be good, but I feel like he's going to really push it, and you see, yeah, he does push it into turn 1. We push it as well. Not quite as much, and we don't really gain time, don't lose time, but here we go, trying to close him down through the first sector. Turn 3, pretty good as well, so it's going to be a repeat of the last lap, really. He gets a little bit of a wheelie, but again, we're just trying to close him down. Oh, got a massive corner cut there. I just turned in too early, so that's my bad. So I've got a very justified corner cut penalty there, 0.2 per second. I keep doing stoppies on the brakes, and it's pretty annoying. Just trying to control those is pretty difficult. So again, if I get more practice from career mode, that would be good. Anyway, we've got an opportunity here up the inside. We take it, send it. I'm just thinking here, we were just causing desperation at the minute. I've got 0.2 to pull out from him anyway. I know he's quick through the final corner, so we're going to struggle. If I could just send one up the inside here, side by side through this chicane, isn't going to work. He comes out on top because he had the inside line for the final part of that chicane. And in the end then, he's going to chuck it around the final corner. We're going to slot in with him, but we can't get any sort of overtake done into that final corner. Very tricky corner to get an overtake, I find, but he's going to take the win then. We've got the penalty to take. So second place to settle for at Mugello, and Rossi celebrates the victory. So good race then. I enjoyed that. Good to go wheel to wheel finally, relatively cleanly as well. In fact, that race was pretty clean anyway, so apart from that massive corner cut he did, which I hope he gets penalised for, which might bring us into it, but we've got a penalty as well. In the end, we take the win then. Look, he must have had a half a second penalty, something like that, because he cut that chicane massive on lap number 2 to get back in front of us. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and if you want to see more, do let me know down below in the comments. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one.